Hey YouTube, my name is Lincoln Williams and welcome back to another episode of the Lincoln Williams Show. Today I am going to be talking to you about a predecessor to a game that was, part of Demon Souls, but now this is called Dark Souls, which is basically a worthy predecessor to the game Demon Souls. So basically, Dark Souls takes place in a prison cell filled with zombies. Yeah, it's not a friendly place to be in this game. Heck, all the other places are not friendly to be in this game because all of the other places that are filled in this game are going to have like zombies, ghosts, demons, filled with dark stuff, and it's just some of the monsters are really terrifying in this game. And I'm gonna talk to you about this, one of the most greatest RPGs, but one of the most hardest games of all time, period. Dark Souls takes place in a prison cell which you have to break out until you conquer the first boss. You encounter the first boss in the beginning. It'll make you like scream when you first, come across this boss because it is terrifying as heck just to face this guy. But fear not, I'm going to have to teach you the basic things about this game so you can understand what is going on in Dark Souls right now. So basically, Dark Souls is basically one of the most hardest RPGs of all time, period. I am not joking. This game will kick you right in, the butt area, and basically it'll just throw you out the door, and you're just going to be angry throughout the rest of the game until you can get it right. So basically, Dark Souls is basically a RPG, and it's one of the most hardest games. So basically, at the first boss, you have to take this, you have to take another route, and you have to go up to the top of the balcony and jump off of the balcony and stab the demon right in the shoulder. It's a pretty hard challenge to do, but I like challenges, and that's what this game does very well. Is give you that sense of challenge that you always dreamed of in an RPG, and this game has it all. Basically, if you haven't played Demon Souls, then fear not, because I'm going to teach you all the basics, what you need to know about this game. That's why I'm a reviewer. That's why I'm born to help you guys through these games. So first of all, if you die, which you will die in the first boss if you are not careful in Dark Souls. When you do die, you lose all your souls, which those souls can be purchased for weapons and armor, leveling up, and upgrading your stats along the way through this game. Basically, one of the most things that I love about this game is the layout, the structures, the bosses. Every stinking corner is intense in this game, and that's why I love it so much. But it's also unforgiving at times, because when you die, you lose all your souls if you're not careful. So basically what you got to do is you basically got to press down on the right joystick, and that'll give you a lock-on target, because without that lock-on target, you are going to die. I am not kidding you. You are going to die throughout this game until you can get the controls right. Now, basically, Dark Souls takes in many different places. And there's this shrine, which is the main hub of the area that you are in. Basically, you can go anywhere you want in the game with no sense of direction. There are no quests in this game. There are no, arrows saying, go over here first, go over there. This game wants you to suffer. So basically, make sure to be careful within these zones, because if you die, you lose all your souls and you have to start back at a bonfire. That's right, a bonfire. Not at the Nexus, the bonfire that you were just basically at minutes ago. Bonfires are scattered through all around the Dark Souls map, basically. These bonfires are going to help you along the way. Thank gosh. These bonfires are going to help you level up, increase your weapons, store your weapons, and heal you, basically. Now, basically, Dark Souls is, one of the most intense games that I've ever played, because each boss has its own weakness. Now, I gotta tell you, I am stuck at the third boss right now. It's, it's like two gargoyles, and they breathe fire out of their mouth, and every time I get near one of them, like I try to get, like, I'm trying to kill the other one, but I can't actually kill, there's some decisions in this game that'll make your head numb. I am not serious. I mean, I'm like dead serious, because, throughout this game, you're going to scratch your head, and basically it's going to be tough decisions throughout this game, because with your souls, you can do so many things with your souls. Basically, like, you can upgrade your armor, store them, or just waste them on a battle that you're trying to win, but you probably will lose. So basically, this game is one of the most tough decision makings in any game, period. Because you will, like, lose your money at the end of a battle. It's like betting on something. It's like you're betting yourself to win at a battle that you cannot beat, like, in faster times. That's one of the major frustrations about Dark Souls, period. That's what I figured out while playing this game after I'd beaten like 2 bosses. Like, what do I do with my souls next? Should I go level them up? Should I smith them with my weapons? Should I just go over here and waste them? I don't know. You have to make your own choices throughout this game. And that's one of the things that I love about this game, because it has tons of activities in this game that'll keep you occupied for hours and hours and hours and hours throughout your experience through Dark Souls. So, yeah, the number one thing, though, I gotta warn you, if you are new to Dark Souls, and if you haven't played the worthy successor, Demon Souls, you are going to die a lot until you can get this game right. So that's one of the things that I gotta warn you about this game. Now, you will find merchants throughout the world and stuff, and basically they'll help you out by selling, armor, weapons, grenades, basically, like these fire bombs. I love the fire bombs. They're a great tactic to use on enemies, but you won't last long, because you have to stay in one position and throw it, and then just move to another position on the battle, on the boss area or something like that. I have tried every single possibility with the third boss, and it's not working. It's not working, so I decided to visit different areas throughout the game and level up. That's always a good idea, and come back to that boss if you have a stronger weapon. So that's my only advice, is if a boss is, if it gets too hard, then you can always like go to the next like a different area in the entire game. So that's always a you know, a choice there. But you know, I would not suggest that you go down below, because down below is where all the ghosts and zombies are. Well, there's zombies up top, but these zombies will kill you in this game. They will kill you on the spot. Um, Basically, if you're not careful. That's what I had to like basically do in this game. So basically, yes, Dark Souls is one of the most hardest games that I've ever played, but it's a thriller to play. And the boss battles are like, you know, worth encountering because they have different weaknesses and all that fun stuff throughout this title. And yeah, basically, there's also online matches which are taken around the world, basically. So you'll, you know, find an unexpected enemy, and you know it's like a fight between money over money, basically. Like it's like, oh, I want your souls, I want your souls so bad, and they'll just like kill you for it. And that's one of the most violent things about this game, because people will steal your money. Like people will just like steal your souls because they want them so bad. And it's nasty to get into these fights, but it's so much fun to win them or lose them. So basically, it's actually really, really, really cool. And I'm like excited to go into my first match and you know, kill a guy or something like that. I don't know, but you have to check out this game with other reviews, because other reviews will explain it even better. So yeah, is Dark Souls worth it if you know, if you haven't played Demon Souls? Yes, it is one of the most best RPGs that I've ever played, but it's one of the most hardest RPGs that I've ever played. So be warned, if you haven't played Demon Souls, you are going to die a lot in this game. You are going to die. I have died like 10 times throughout my playthrough of this game. Like basically it was like clumsiness over a boulder or something like that, but you are going to die, basically. So this is not a game for everyone. This is a game for the hardcore fans of gaming, basically. The final verdict for Dark Souls is none other than a 9.5 out of 10. This is one of the best RPGs, but it's one of the most hardest RPGs of all time. That's it for this episode of The Lincoln Williams Show. Please comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all later, YouTubers. I'll be back someday.